June 25, 1994, the Dallas Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Diego Maradona, Argentina's captain, had just played the final World Cup match of his career, running, pressing, and creating in a 2-1 victory over Nigeria that put Argentina through to the round of 16. Diego Maradona never played another World Cup match. 3 days after that Nigeria match, FIFA announced that Maradona's urine sample had returned a positive test for a banned substance. Diego Maradona was expelled from the tournament immediately. Argentina were eliminated in the round of 16 without him, and Diego Maradona spent every remaining year of his life insisting that what happened to him in Dallas in June 1994 was not a drug test failure. Diego Maradona insisted it was something else entirely. Diego Maradona arrived at the 1994 FIFA World Cup in the United States as a 33-year-old who had already been banned from football once before. FIFA had suspended Maradona for 15 months in 1991 following a cocaine-positive test in Italy. A ban documented in FIFA's own official disciplinary records that covered April 1991 to June 1992 and prevented Maradona from playing any competitive football during that period. Diego Maradona's return from the 15-month ban in late 1992 was not the return of a champion. Maradona was overweight, inconsistent, and publicly troubled when he rejoined competitive football, playing first for Seville in Spain's La Liga, then for Newell's Old Boys in Argentina, then announcing retirement, then withdrawing the announcement, according to Reuters' contemporaneous coverage of his career trajectory during that period. What happened between 1992 and 1994 is where the story of the 1994 World Cup actually begins. Under new Argentine national team coach Alfio Basile, Diego Maradona lost weight, recovered form, and convinced both the Argentine Football Association and FIFA's technical observers that he was capable of competing at a 4th World Cup at 33 years old. By the time Argentina's qualification for the 1994 tournament in the United States was confirmed, Maradona was not a marginal selection. Maradona was the captain. The 1994 FIFA World Cup in the United States began for Argentina at Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan on June 21, 1994, when Argentina faced Greece in their opening group stage match. Diego Maradona scored Argentina's 4th goal in that match against Greece, a long-range strike that sent Maradona running toward the corner flag in a celebration that became the most reproduced photograph of the tournament, according to contemporary Associated Press reports from that day. The celebration image: Maradona's face pressed into the pitchside camera lens, mouth open, eyes locked directly at the lens, ran on the front page of sports publications globally the following morning. Argentina beat Greece 4-0. Maradona's performance was evaluated in multiple press reports, including BBC Sports' contemporaneous coverage, as extraordinary for a 33-year-old who had been publicly written off 2 years earlier. Maradona's movement was explosive, his involvement constant, and his presence appeared to be transforming Argentina into a genuine title contender. Argentina's second group stage match against Nigeria, played at the Dallas Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, on June 25, 1994, produced a 2-1 victory. Diego Maradona played the full match, involved in both Argentine goals. Reporters covering that match for Associated Press and Reuters noted specifically that Maradona's energy levels through both halves were striking. Not a 33-year-old managing his minutes, but a 33-year-old performing at a level that had no obvious explanation given his recent career history. Argentina and Maradona did not know that a urine sample taken from Maradona after the Nigeria match was already being processed in a laboratory. The results were coming. FIFA announced on June 30, 1994, that Diego Maradona had tested positive for a banned substance following the Argentina-Nigeria match in Dallas, according to Reuters' official report of the announcement dated that day. The substance that appeared in Maradona's sample was not cocaine. The substance was not an anabolic steroid. FIFA's announcement identified 5 variants of ephedrine in Maradona's urine sample, a group of stimulants that, according to the medical documentation cited in The Guardian's coverage of the case, are found in a range of over-the-counter cold medications and weight loss supplements commonly available in both the United States and Argentina at the time. FIFA's disciplinary committee ruled that Diego Maradona had violated the tournament's anti-doping regulations and expelled him from the competition immediately. Argentina, who had won both group stage matches with Maradona in the team and appeared to be building toward a deep run in the knockout rounds, lost to Romania 3-2 in the round of 16 at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, on July 3, 1994. According to FIFA's official tournament records, Argentina went home. Diego Maradona's response to FIFA's announcement was not remorse. Diego Maradona's response documented in Associated Press and Reuters reports from June 30th and July 1st, 1994, was to declare that the ephedrine in his system came from a preparation called Ripped Fuel, a commercially available supplement his personal nutritionist had prescribed as part of his weight management program leading into the tournament. Maradona did not deny consuming it. Maradona denied that consuming it was cheating. Diego Maradona's own account of what happened in Dallas in 1994, detailed in his autobiography, published in 2000 and in multiple interviews, cited in El Grafico's retrospective coverage, contains a specific and testable claim. The 5 ephedrine variants found in his system came from Ripped Fuel, a supplement produced by Twin Lab in the United States that was legally available without prescription and was being consumed under supervision of his nutritionist. Maradona's claim was not that he had taken nothing. Maradona's claim was that what he had taken was not a banned substance in the country where he was competing, that it had been prescribed by his medical team rather than self-administered for performance enhancement, and that the specific formulation, containing 5 ephedrine variants rather than 1, was consistent with a commercially available supplement rather than with deliberate doping. The complication in Diego Maradona's case is that FIFA's banned substance list for the 1994 tournament included ephedrine regardless of its source or the manner of its consumption. A nutritionist's prescription, if accurate, would not have protected Maradona from a positive test under FIFA's rules as they existed in June 1994. What the prescription argument did achieve, in Maradona's telling and the broader public debate that followed, was a shift in the narrative. From deliberate cheating to negligence, either by Maradona's medical team or by FIFA's communication to participating teams about what exactly was on the ban list. Diego Maradona spent the rest of his life making an argument about what happened in Dallas in 1994 that went further than the nutritionist explanation. Maradona's fuller argument, repeated in interviews across multiple decades and documented in his own published words, was that the ephedrine positive was not an accident. The basis for Maradona's conspiracy argument, as documented in his autobiography and in multiple interviews cited by El Grafico, was threefold. First, Maradona claimed that the specific formulation of Ripped Fuel available in the United States in 1994 had been recently reformulated, replacing a previously compliant version of the supplement with one containing the ephedrine variants that appeared on FIFA's banned list. Maradona's claim was that neither his team nor most participating national federations had been adequately notified of this reformulation's implications for doping compliance before the tournament began. Second, Diego Maradona pointed to the timing of the positive announcement, appearing after Argentina's second match rather than immediately after their first, in which Maradona had performed equally intensely, as something FIFA never formally addressed. Argentina had played Greece 4 days before Nigeria. If Maradona had been consuming the same supplement continuously through both matches, Maradona's argument ran, why did the positive result appear after the second and not the first? Third, and most broadly, Diego Maradona pointed to what he characterized as FIFA's long-standing institutional antagonism toward him personally. Citing his 1991 cocaine ban, what he described as unfair treatment across multiple FIFA disciplinary processes throughout his career, and his own public criticisms of FIFA's leadership, as context for why he believed FIFA had reasons to end his tournament career on their terms rather than his. The historical record on the 1994 Maradona case, as assessed by sports medicine experts cited in The Guardian's retrospective investigations, does not support Diego Maradona's full conspiracy argument, but it does not cleanly contradict all of his narrower claims either. Ephedrine's status on FIFA's banned substance list in 1994 was real and documented. FIFA had issued pre-tournament communications to participating national federations about banned substances. Whether those communications specifically addressed the ephedrine content of commercially available supplements like Ripped Fuel is not definitively established in the public record that followed the announcement. What sports medicine analysis published after 1994 has generally concluded, according to The Guardian's coverage of subsequent expert reviews, is that the 5 ephedrine variants found in Maradona's sample are physically consistent with the consumption of a supplement containing those variants. The physical evidence does not contradict Maradona's nutritionist explanation. The physical evidence also does not prove the deliberate, targeted performance enhancement that the word doping implies to most sports audiences. Ephedrine is a stimulant. Its effect on a 33-year-old former player's match performance would be meaningful, according to sports medicine analysis cited in contemporaneous reporting, but not transformative. What neither the evidence nor Diego Maradona's own account fully explains is why, if his team was managing his supplement consumption as carefully as he always claimed, the test returned a positive at all. AG Maradona played his last international football match for Argentina against Nigeria at the Dallas Cotton Bowl on June 25, 1994, Maradona scored no goals in that match. Maradona assisted the second Argentine goal. Maradona ran more than any reasonable assessment of his age and recent career history suggested he should have been able to run. 3 days later, FIFA told him he was done. Whether what happened to Diego Maradona in Dallas in 1994 was negligence by his medical team, inadequate communication from FIFA about what the banned substance list actually covered, or something more deliberate, is a question the available evidence has never fully resolved. FIFA has never publicly revisited the 1994 case. The ruling has never been overturned through any formal appeals process. The 5 ephedrine variants in the Dallas drug test remain, in FIFA's official records, the documented end of Diego Maradona's World Cup career. What is fully resolved? According to every interview Maradona gave on the subject between 1994 and his death in November 2020, is how Diego Maradona felt about it. Maradona felt he had been wronged. Maradona said so publicly, consistently, and without qualification, for 26 years. FIFA said nothing in response. The question of who was right sits in the same place it has always sat, in the gap between what the official record shows and what Diego Maradona insisted was the truth until the day he died. Subscribe for more World Cup history, and let us know in the comments whether you think Maradona was wronged in Dallas in 1994.